Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is Juby Scott and welcome to the Siege update for Space Marine 2. The long-awaited mode we have all been wanting is finally here, and I'm finally here to go through the updates with you. Well, before we begin that, I knew this update was going to be huge, and I knew there was a lot of stuff going to possibly be changing, so I skipped the PTV update. That's why there wasn't an update video during the PTV. I wanted to have the full update ready to go for this patch update video, so that's why you didn't see a PTV update. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this type of video, and if you want to see me continue to do the patch updates of Space Marine 2 or any Warhammer 40K games for that matter, please go ahead and leave a like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on the notifications of a new Space Marine 2 update video. If you're new to the channel, I just wanted to tell you all that I just got access to YouTube memberships on my YouTube channel, so for just a couple dollars a month, you could help support this and be my possible full-time job. Please check out the link in the description below, and with all that out of the way, let's dive into patch 8.0. Patch 8.0 starts off with a new PvE mode, of course, the Siege mode, the Horde mode we've been calling it. Siege mode expands on all PvE operations, emphasizing endless waves that challenge even the strongest teams. When overwhelmed, players may call reinforcements for assistance. Engage in these battles across the three distinctive sectors, each requiring strategic adaptation. Side objectives emerge during combat, providing essential resources used to summon elite Space Marines or a formidable dreadnought, drastically shifting battlefield dynamics. So I have gone ahead and played through Siege mode, and I will say this is definitely one of my favorite modes in this game currently. I love the story of operations, but after a year of playing those basically non-stop to get a lot of classes for Siege, I am ready for something new, and this is exactly what I wanted. And I will say this is not in the patch notes obviously, but you're seeing the footage right now of me playing Assault. Assault is really good in this mode, and I did not expect that at all. So to all Assault mains out there, this is going to be your new baby. This is going to be your home for the range. Me, of course, we've been talking that I've been a Vanguard main, and then when Horde mode comes out, I was going to be Heavy main. I think I fell in love with the melee combat too much that I am probably going to stick with being a Vanguard main. After playing Siege mode, I really like being able to just pull out a melee weapon and fight hordes of enemies. It's just too much fun. Heavy, I love you to death, but I think I love the combat knife a little bit more. Face increasingly challenging enemy waves with direct assaults from Tyranids and cunning sabotage by Chaos forces. Brief 1-minute intermissions between the waves offer strategic opportunities, clearly indicated by the UI notifications. So in this Siege mode, instead of facing one unit like you did in Exterminatus, you will actually be facing both of them. Every 5 waves, the enemy faction will change from Chaos to Tyranid, and vice versa. During the Siege mode, you have access to a requisition terminal that you can access at any time during the waves, which is awesome, where you can buy ammunition, Medicae stins, equipment, armor boosts, and Guardian relics. And you can also summon specialized Space Marines that will help you out for about 5 minutes each, and they will give you a passive buff. For example, if you call in the Bulwark, you will have a 30% range damage decrease against enemy factions. Or if you call in the Vanguard, you'll do 20% increased melee damage, as well as having an AI Space Marine there to help you. Which really makes me wonder why we can't have more than just 3 Space Marines here, because each player can summon a Space Marine, allowing technically 6 Space Marines on the battlefield. My little 2 cents on that. Hopefully one day we will get an update with more than just 3 players. You can also deploy Cadian troops to provide additional firepower. Every time you buy the Cadians, you will summon more and more. I believe the first one is 40, then 80, then it keeps going up and up, and I absolutely love seeing the battlefield flooded with Cadian troops. Absolutely love it. Then, one of the last things you can get is collectively putting points towards the Dreadnought support. And I will say this, at higher levels, you will absolutely need this thing to help you out. Me and my buddy Morg was able to get to wave 15 before we suddenly died at wave 17, and the Dreadnought carried us through the boss fight when we had 3 Hellbrutes on our ass. Absolutely amazing. The Dreadnought is fantastic. I really wish it was longer than 3 minutes though, because you have to spend so much money to get it, but that is my only complaint on that. Overall, I love the requisition terminal. They changed the pricing of a lot of units, especially the Cadians, from the PTS, and I think this is all very, very well done. You're definitely going to want to do side objectives, though. There is a normal mode and a hard mode for Siege mode, and normal mode, you'll have plenty of money, no one cares. Hard mode, you struggle to be rich. So just be aware that this game mode will test your skill. and I absolutely love it. Every 5th wave, you will have a boss fight. That could be a Neuroform, that could be a Hellbrute, that could be 3 at once. It's insane. No multi-faction that I can see, however. So you could just get like 4 Carnifexes if you got to wave 30 or something. Absolutely fun. If you are a boss fighter, you're gonna love this mode so much. Now, another reason that I didn't cover the PTV version of this is because of this super crazy thing that they added to Siege mode that never should have happened and never should have even been thought of. There was a timer in the PTV, and once I heard of that, I had no interest in trying it until they figured something out. The biggest criticism regarding Siege mode from the community was the wave timer limit. It exists only for technical reasons, and they've made some optimizations so the Siege mode can last longer. So while the timer is not gone, it did get reworked. Instead of having a limited timer per wave that can get a very short time on higher waves, there's a timer for the entire session, and each time you beat a wave, the timer increases. They've adjusted the difficulty curve of infinite waves, so enemies will get stronger and faster after the 15th wave. The changes will make the player die in fair combat rather than the timer. Also, with some optimization coming down later, they believe they can get rid of the timer entirely. This is absolutely amazing. I understand it's for technical reasons, but like they said, they can add optimization, which makes me wonder why wasn't this more optimized in the first place. A timer should have never been the answer for this. And I'm really, really happy that they're not just saying deal with it. They are 100% trying to get rid of it. God bless them for doing the PTV, because this could have came out and this could have been really, really dog shit. And thank you to everyone who tested and gave feedback during the PTV. You probably saved Siege mode, so pat yourself on the back on that. They have also added a quick option to disable bots spawn in private mode, so if you really want to run an operation or Horde mode by yourself, there's your ultimate challenge. Of course, we have other stuff like they added RTAO experimental feature added and DLSS4. They mentioned that in their teaser trailer, so I figured I'd let you guys know about that as well. This can be accessed in the video options of your settings. New Season Pass content, ladies and gentlemen. As you've been seeing on screen, we now have the White Scars Chapter Champion, and this is for the Assault class. They also have the Chapter Weapon Skin Pack and Chapter Customization Pack. And the White Scars absolutely look beautiful. I don't know anything about this Space Marine Astartes faction, but damn, do they look good, and I absolutely love them. And perfect timing, because like I told you in the beginning, I started falling in love with Assault in Siege mode, so very, very good job. Absolutely love the way this looks. They also added the Blood Angels customization pack. With how popular the Blood Angels are, I'm very shocked that they did not get the Chapter Champion pack. But the Blood Angels got something, so all my Blood Angels fans, at least you have something to look forward to. They have a heraldry and everything. They have new armor in their tree. Absolutely amazing, and this should satisfy both fans of the faction, the White Scars and the Blood Angels. Gameplay and balancing tweaks. One of the things that no one fucking saw coming was they added the Thunder Hammer for Bulwark, and this is their reason. We are adding this option only because we think it will be very cool, and it's a shame that only one class can use the Thunder Hammer. We are not done with Bulwark. More interesting gameplay things to come. I love it. I fucking love it. I love the Bulwark class, and I agree that it needs more. Not in terms of skill, but just in love. So when you use the Thunder Hammer with the Bulwark class, it absolutely takes away the shield, so you no longer have the shield, just be aware of that. But now you're walking around with a fucking Thunder Hammer, so you should be happy anyway. They also add a new finisher for the Bulwark with the shield, one Homagon and one Tzanger, if you can remember those and see how they all look. They also updated a Terminus update for absolute difficulty. A second Terminus can now appear during a mission. A Carnifex, Neothrop, or a Hellbrute, their HP will be increased by 33% on absolute difficulty. Level-specific Terminus enemies, with the exception of the Hierophant Biotitan, health has also been increased by 66% on absolute difficulty. Additional enemy packs will appear upon Terminus enemy spawn, and again when their HP is reduced to 50%. So now all Terminus enemies are basically going to act like the Hive Tyrant, which I'd find crazy, because I find that very annoying when we're halfway to killing the Hive Tyrant, and then just a pack of enemies spawn, and you'd be surprised how many times that has wiped out my team. Missions with final bosses can now also spawn Terminus enemies. Previously, like we were just talking about, Decapitation, the mission with the Hive Tyrant, did not allow any Terminus enemies, and I am happy that they changed that. I will always welcome more boss fights. They did try to add spawning in 2 tournament enemies at once in operations mode, and they got it to work in siege mode, but they weren't able to do that for operations mode apparently, from what I'm reading. Instead of adding 2 tournament spawns, they're making the 1 tournament spawn harder and more intense, and they're going to see how it is and make necessary tweaks, which I applaud for, because I have been playing on absolute difficulty non-stop, and I do think I'm comfortable with it. I don't fail as often as I used to. So I welcome these changes. I welcome all changes to make this game more difficult. Not because I'm a glutton for punishment, I just really enjoy the combat of this game and want to get better, better, and better. There's been a bunch of prestige perks updates, which is nice because I feel like some of them are really weak, and class perk updates as well. For all the classes, Bulwark Assault, Sniper, Heavy, Tactical, and Sniper got a couple perks updated as well. Weapon perks have also been updated, the Inferno Pistol and the Neo Volkite Pistol. If you are interested in any of these, please go check out the patch notes. There's just a lot of small things on there that I don't really want to cover during this. And that's about all the updates when it comes to Siege Mode or Patch 8.0. However, I don't want to leave you on just that information, because I waited on this update. We also had the community update to look forward to. Before we get into that, there is one more message from the developers for Patch 8.0 that I wanted to share with you guys. And I love this one. This one put a huge smile on my face. They are preparing for a big update for customization. Players will be able to reuse chapter champion armor parts on other classes with lore accuracy, clipping, and technical restrictions. While it's not going to be in this patch, hence why I'm mentioning it now, we wanted to mention this in the patch notes to assure you that we are going to continue expanding our customizing system. So, while this isn't in the patch right now, it sounds like it's going to be in patch 10.0, which we'll get into why it's going to come in that one. But they did added red, white, and blue weapon skins as siege mode rewards, added prestige reward shoulder pad on the left shoulder as well, added left pauldron decal ultramarine sergeant, and lots of other minor fixes for customization of armor parts and emblems. And that is it when it comes to that. Also wanted to let you all know that as of from June 25th to July 14th, there is a Twitch drop campaign going on where you can get yourself the Mark 8 Arent helmet, the Mark 11 Hell's Teeth pattern chainsword, and the Porphyr Shield bolt pistol, as you can see on the screen right now. Now, before I let you go, I do want to get into the June community update 100%, because we have some amazing stuff coming, ladies and gentlemen. And that amazing stuff is obviously what is coming after year 1, because this is officially the end of the roadmap. As they had promised, they announced a second year of both free and DLC content included in the new yearly season passes on the way. So, for everyone that's holding the season pass holder, it sounds like we might have to purchase another one, which I'm going to be honest, I'm down for, as I love this game and I would love to keep supporting it. This game hasn't disappointed me personally yet. To celebrate the first anniversary of the game, a large-scale update is planned for September, the 10.0 major update. This is why I mentioned in the customization that this is the important update. Update 9.0 will not bring new content, but only balancing changes. So, by the time of the anniversary of this game is when you will see brand new content. So just be aware, for Update 9.0, no new content. Unfortunately, this means that the new PvP mode they were planning to release with the 9.0 update has been postponed to the big 10.0 update as well. While they can't show us how it looks, they can reveal what the new mode is going to be. And for all my PvP lovers, they have been cooking. I know you guys have felt very neglected, but you're about to be welcomed back in with new arms. This new mode will take place on the new map. It will oppose two sides, but it won't be Loyalist versus Chaos like in regular PvP. Instead, Chaos will be fighting Chaos. And now, of course, we don't know what those factions are. Last but not least, you'll be able to take control of the Hellbrew. So with that suspicion, I believe the Thousand Suns will be coming into PvP, which would make sense as they're in the campaign, you have all the assets there. But I could be completely wrong. As my buddy Guy said, Hellbrutes are not specifically to the Thousand Suns. Thank you guys for always keeping me in line when it comes to lore. Really appreciate it. As this new game mode is centered around Chaos, new Chaos armors will also be added to the game. Could they be hinting at Chaos customization? We will need to find out. That sounds like they are. I'm gonna be 100%. Now, my favorite new thing, the newest weapon being added is finally a melee weapon, and it's going to be the Power Axe. It will have its own mood set, execution, animations, etc. They'll show us more weapons later on, but they gave us a first look, which is subject to change. Absolutely can't wait. And then finally, the last teaser they're giving us for year 2, ladies and gentlemen, is a new class for PvE and PvP has been revealed. No image, but it is officially a Tech Marine class. They will reveal more about this new class in the next community update, so stay tuned. Amazing update and amazing future ideas for content, and the fact that they're already way into working on it. Absolutely love everything that has come out here, and I can't wait. I really can't fucking wait. I was very happy with this year, and I was even more happy that you guys allowed me to cover this for you and you guys kept watching the videos. So after a year of covering Space Marine 2, I wanted to personally say thank you all so much, and I can't wait to see you all in Year 2. With that being said, that's all the updates I have for you guys. What do you think about this update for Space Marine 2? Do you think this is a banger? Do you think it's the best one yet? Or do you think Year 2 is going to be even better? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you can go ahead and like the video and comment your favorite thing about this update, please go ahead. Hit that subscribe button to help me get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And don't forget to check out the YouTube memberships. It would help me out a lot and hopefully to make this one day my full-time job. Thank you guys so much for watching regardless, and I will see you all in the next video.